Hello guys, it's been long, but I'm back and I was able to do a little tutorial for you guys. Right, so today we're going to be talking about a little thing I like to call the process of drawing a face, a character, anything. I've kind of already started this, but you know, I was halfway through and I thought, well, not really halfway through, but I thought I could, you know, really help you guys with this as well. So here I'm drawing the main character of Tamaki from the anime Ouran High School Host Club. Love it. And I wanted to talk to you guys about the process of drawing. Where to start, how do you know where to place things on the page, that kind of thing, you know? So as you see, I've already kind of started the eye. I always like to start with the eye. I don't know why, because there was a time where I used to start with the face. So I used to draw the sort of chin place of the face and then draw everything inside it. But I found that wasn't always right, and I had to delete. I had to sort of erase eyes and mouths and stuff, which was really difficult because it would leave marks. And then I realized that it's easier to just erase like a little line that I'm going to make there and put it sort of lower down if I need to or something, instead of erase the whole eye and put it slightly to the right. So that's my process. So let's say that you guys are drawing this sort of thing as well. I'm drawing him kind of looking back at us from sort of an angle, not quite completely profile, but just tilting towards us. So I've drawn the eye here, and obviously he's looking, his face is a bit turned because his eyeball is a bit turned to the corner of the eye. And I'm just sort of start with whatever you feel comfortable and finish it. This is what I find to be most helpful. To start with one part of the drawing and finish the part. Don't just start, for example, the outline of the eye and then leave it and be like, let me draw the face and then I'll come back to it. Let me draw this and I'll come back to it. Because you're just going to have this whole drawing that's just never going to be done. So I'm drawing the eye, the eyelashes, everything, eyebrow. And when it's roughly done, obviously, just the outline, I'm going to go off and move on to sort of this side. I find that every time I draw on one eye, you know, when I start, I always have to draw the other one, obviously, because of proportion reasons and so on. But seeing as this angle is a little bit funny, I'm going to have to draw the nose next instead of the eye. So let's see, he's turning, so the nose is going to be quite sort of big, as they say. And we're just drawing it coming out here. As I said, it's not a completely profile view. You'll see what I mean once it's finished. I'm just drawing a really rough idea of the nose, because this will help me to know where to place the other eye. That kind of thing. To be honest with you, it looks a little big or small. As you can see, I really hope you can see all of that, but as you can see, it's very hard to tell if it's right or wrong at this point. You can't tell, you know, are the proportions right? Is something too big or too small? What's going on? You can never tell in these exact moments. So the best thing to do is just keep drawing. And if something's wrong, you'll see it immediately. You should anyway. If you don't, then you need more practice to be able to tell, you know, the proportions when they're right and wrong. For example, that looks wrong to me. And see how easy it is to notice when a mistake happens. Because all you need is a few more lines. And that kind of construct the drawing. So we're going to go a bit higher up because I felt that was a bit low. This is the other eyebrow, because as I said, he's turning away from us. And there's kind of the line of the nose. I hope you can see that. Because you know how it happens when you turn around, your eye kind of makes this line thing. Now I'm kind of starting to think that this eyebrow's too high. So you're just basically playing with lines as you start, really. Just constantly going up and down and seeing, is this right, is this wrong? And this is really the best way to conquer proportions, and the best way to look at, you know, what works for the drawing, because every character is different, just like every person's different, every thing that you draw is different, and you need to make sure that you capture everything that you want captured in this. For example, this character, Tamaki, is a very confident prince-like character, as they call him, and he has to have basically perfect features, facial features, because that's what is emphasized in the anime. But if you don't get that right in the drawing, then it won't look like Tamaki. So that's what I'm saying, you know? Make sure that you capture everything that the character is about. For example, you may be drawing somebody who's lived like a hoarder his whole life, you know? That one, yes, you can be disproportionate about and messy and you know, it's all about the character. Right, so let's just draw the other eye and see where we get to. I need a ruler here. To help you with the eyes, especially in this kind of awkward position, look at the top of the eyelid here, the very top, wherever it reaches the top bit, and I tend to just see where it is and just kind of draw a line, really. Just draw a line there, and that helps me see the proportion of the eye and where they should be so that they can be equal. And you can even do that for the bottom as well. I don't always do it for the bottom, just sometimes when I'm facing really funny kind of perspectives, like this one here. Right, so now that we've got that through, you'll see, I can already tell, as I'm sure you guys can too, sorry, I just want to make sure you're filming, I can already see that this eyebrow might be too low, because the eye is just under it, but I may be wrong. As I said, draw it and then see if something's wrong with it or if it's fine, you know. Sometimes you think something's wrong, but especially with awkward positions, sometimes manga can look so wrong. I've seen some drawings, some pictures where I thought the eye looked so funny, and I used to think, gosh, you know, it's so small, it's so big, it's so this and that. But when it comes down to it, that's just the way a manga is, really. Just a very funny shape, and it takes funny shapes. So all you can do really is kind of see it as it is, because that's why it's cartoon, isn't it? Well, you know, anime. I don't really like to call it cartoon, but yeah. So I'm just going on to the lower lash line now, and this may look a bit long to you, but that's fine. It's only because this kind of area is going to be covered with hair, because you know how dramatic Tamaki is about his hair, and it's going to just be covered with hair, so we're going to have sort of half of this eye coming out. Right now it looks a bit long, but that's only because it needs to be around the same proportion as the other eye. But you'll see what I mean in a second. So now we're going to do the outline of the face, and this is the moment of truth, as I like to call it, because this is where you notice all of your little mistakes, where you see. Te quiero abrir mi corazón y perderme como niña entre tu voz. Some of the things I learned that I wanted to talk about was something that can definitely help you see mistakes is taking a picture of the, of what you've done. Maybe even just looking at it through your camera phone. It doesn't even have to, you don't even have to actually take it. I don't know, there's something about it. Or looking away for a while, or just going downstairs for 2 minutes, coming back up and looking at it with fresh eyes always helps. Because just like a writer, when you sit and stare at something for too long, you're just blind to all the flaws that are there. So it's good to take a break for a while. But, that's pretty much, I've finally been able to sort everything out. But as you can see, I definitely struggled with it, as anyone does, because it was hard. The nose was too inward, then I realized the eye wasn't long enough, and all these things come as you start with one little thing, and then you add more, and you realize what's wrong with each one, and then by changing everything slowly, then you get what you want. But as you can see there, I've made a lot of mistakes around the kind of nose and mouth area. Because, I don't know, this was just he has a really hard face. But I guess this angle is sort of funny as well. Right, so now that we've done the basic face, I'm just going to go ahead and do his head kind of thing. Jamás me irías a encontrar, y ahora al verte frente a mí, hoy me ha vuelto a sonreír. Hey guys, this is the finished outcome. Obviously I'm going to color it and everything, but this is the outline, and I've finally been able to get the proportions right and everything, and this kind of shows what looking at every little detail and making sure everything's proportionately right can do for your drawing. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more suggestions, if you like this video or you want me to do more of these videos where I draw a famous anime character along with kind of some drawing help, then tell me about it and I'll keep doing it. Alright, any questions, anything below, and follow me on Twitter and everything, all details below. Thank you, and I'll show you guys the finished copy now. Bye.